Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Yes, I am in Carnarvon again. It's the beer review after the one that I've literally just done, which will be up. My God, it's probably going to be about mid-July. But anyway, yes, we're back in Carnarvon, and we are taking a look at a beer that I picked up the first week I was here. Actually, the first Sunday that I travelled up here, and it was picked up from Londith, Bethesda. But it's not a Welsh beer. This is a brewery out of Manchester, and it's from Cloudwater. And I believe this is to celebrate their 10th birthday. I'm thinking it's got a big 10 on it. I think they released a load of beers for their 10th birthday. And the one we are looking at is their Beyond the Mirage. And it is a New England IPA coming in at 6% ABV in a 440ml can. And I can't exactly remember, I think this was £6.49. So not a cheap beer. Obviously, you don't kind of expect it, but if it's really, really, really good, I'm not so bothered. So there we go, we've got very simple sort of artwork, just a big 10 on there and some information. I'm not even going to try and read that. There we go. If you want to have a go, pausing it, zooming in, doing whatever, taking a screenshot, you go for it. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a decent one. I think I did look, and I think they had a triple IPA. They had this, I think they had a pale ale or something. But I don't think I saw a double IPA, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I have been to Cloudwater as well in Manchester. Ended up in a bit of a mess after that night. It's got to be said, I'm blaming Josh Simpson and Mr. B, Rob. It's your bloody fault. Anyway, let's stop talking. It's just come out of the fridge. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. I've just reviewed Wild Horse Brewing Co. IPA, 6%, £4.99. I didn't feel it was worth that money. Hopefully this is going to be that good. That it is worth that extra little bit of money. So let's stop talking. I've bought me White Hag generic kind of IPA glass. I do love that glass. I actually gave one away as well. Wish I'd kept it. But hey ho, there we go. So let's get cracked open, see what we get. It's about 10 o'clock at night, me doing this. So yeah, hope you all had a good day. Thunderstorms in Oswestry tomorrow, hence the reason I'm back in Carnarvon for a few days to do a bit of work, because all this work is inside. So I'll be stopping over here for a few more days. But yeah, let's get this beer out. I won't fill it all the way up yet. I'll leave a little bit in the can. Yeah, there we go. Funny enough, it looks exactly the same, maybe a little bit denser than the Wild Horse Brewing Co. one that I've literally just done. Exactly the same sort of colour. This looks a little bit thicker, denser, a little bit less of a head, but the head looks decent anyway. Does look nice. Looks a little bit like sort of pineapple juice. Can't see any bubbles going up, but I'm sure there is. So let's dive in with the nostrils and see what we get. New England IPA, we want lots of stone fruit, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, proper stony. Peach. Just a fruit bowl, really. There's a dryness and a dankness on the nose. It smells very much, in a way, not so much, but it's got the same sort of elements that I had on the last one. There's sort of aromas there, but I wouldn't say that was stone fruity. Mango, peachy, maybe a little bit of lime, dryness to it, a little bit of dankness, mustiness, orange. It smells decent. You're getting that hoppy note as well. So I'm going to stop sniffing. There's only so much sniffing you can do, isn't there? Let's get the rest out. Will it haze up a bit more? Will it haze up? Come on. £6.50. I need every little drop out of that can because I'm a tight ass. There we go then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit thicker maybe and hazier than the Wild Horse Brewing one. But let's stop talking. Cloudwater 10th birthday, Beyond the Mirage, New England IPA, 6% ABV, about £6.49. Will it live up to it? So we go. Cheers. Yeah. That's nice. Again, you could say, is it worth the $6.49? But it's a nicer beer. I will give it that. It's a nicer beer than the last one. So let's forget about the last one now. Let's crack on with this review. Yeah, 6%. I think the body's good. I don't want to harp onto that last one, but this is that extra body that you would want in a 6% beer compared to the last one. This is the sort of body you want. Smooth, soft, low carbonation there, but doesn't feel flat like I've had recently with a Stonehouse beer. It's got to be said. Dry, dank, a little bit sort of musty on the palate, I'm going to say, which might sound really off-putting, but it's not. It really isn't. Depending on how you perceive things, it's really nice. I'm going to say it's dry, dank and musty, but it's really nice. Mango, orange, pineapple, a little bit peachy, dry, dank, musty. I think that dry, dank sort of musty thing, obviously you get a slight sweetness on the intake, a very subtle sort of sweetness, a fruity sort of sweetness, and whereas say a standard IPA, a West Coast IPA would be bitter, you don't really get that bitterness with this, I don't think. If it is, if it's there, it's very, very subtle. But I think you've got that dry, dank, musty kind of thing going on that sort of hides it. It's really nice. Nice and drinkable. Proper nice and hoppy. 6%. Do you get that? It's a bit of a stronger beer. I mean, some people could argue and say, yeah, that's a 6% beer, and there's plenty of reasons why you could say that is a 6% beer. You certainly don't get any 6% of alcohol, but you do know it's slightly stronger. So you could say, yeah, the body has got a nice 6% body. You could say it's got that extra flavour, that little extra strength in it, that you might think it's stronger than something 5.5, you know. But there's no sort of alcohol notes in the beer. Nice and juicy, nice and fruity. I think this really cold, you do get a malty backbone to it as well. And I'm going to say that's kind of settling in now. There's a malty backbone to it. I think really cold, not really cold, but this down to about 4 degrees, I think would be absolutely lovely, because then fruity notes, warm weather, when we get some, this would be really sort of sessionable, which makes it dangerous, but you may lose that malty back note to it. And if it was that chilled, you may well notice it, but overall it's a really decent drop. Just stone fruit. You just get that stone fruit note. Yeah, a nice one from Cloudwater. Is it worth the $6.50? I suppose you know, it wasn't long ago we were getting like really good dippers for £6. So to get 6% New England at 6.50, obviously costs of everything have gone up and shops are going to make their bit on it. I'm not going to say, is it worth that 6.50 as such? Would I get it? How can I put it? I don't know how to put it, so I'm going to just not even go down that route. But what I am going to say, it's a decent beer. Would I pick it up again? I'd definitely drink it again. If I was paying £6.50 for a pint, or even £7.50 in a pub for a pint, I'd maybe go for it. £6.50 for a 440ml can. I don't know. Obviously, pubs got to make their bit on it as well. But overall, it's a decent, solid beer. So Cloudwater, 10th birthday, New England IPA, Beyond the Mirage. A lovely drop. Would I recommend people giving it a go? Definitely. If you're willing to spend that money, give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. 11 minutes in. I'll talk too much when I'm tired. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.